of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Here comes a 1st down throw for Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Sheds off the tackle. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
No matter the week, no matter the team, you're going to hear coaches wax nostalgic for big tight ends that can control the edge of the line of scrimmage. But sometimes you don't have a tight end in the game, so now you're looking at your tackles. Can they control the perimeter? Make sure that gets sealed off so there's no penetration off of the edge.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Jordan Reed has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Geno Atkins able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
All right, now look at 56.
It's Geis on the counter.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Back to 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Preston Smith. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Going up top. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gun.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now it's Rudolph. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 8.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Rudolph on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Gun! Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun!
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, that's Grant. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On third down, it's Grant. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bullock will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they get 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So out now come the Redskins. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the crossing route, complete. It's Young. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, this is Geis. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rudolph on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Guy showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll look to throw. He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Rudolph. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Gun! 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 Gun!
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, Rudolph. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Rudolph finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Rudolph on third down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Zach Brown in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will get it at the 20. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Open man is Uzama. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Malone. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. first down. It's Rudolph. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a three-score game, though, fourth quarter. After the interception, here's Rudolph. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Rudolph. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Preston Smith in there to get him. And that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back back to throw now in his own end zone. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Clayton. A big play there for the Bengals. 55 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They come out here in the I. Now McCoy. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And still fighting. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's Rudolph. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
queen. Duggar.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like